Welcome to Films Nation. My name is Samantha, and I talk about movies and give you my own opinion, whether to watch a movie or not. And if you are new to my channel, go ahead by clicking the subscribe button, liking this video for extra brownie points, and comment down below to hear your thoughts on the movie. And today's topic will be a battle round: which Christmas movie pulled through better. And we have Arthur's Christmas versus Klaus. Short story long, Arthur Christmas is about a family line of Santas with a high technology system army kind of situation with a quirky, dokey character named Arthur. We have Klaus about a spoiled brat sent to an awful place to be a mailman, ends up meeting this old fellow who is lonely. Let discussion battle begin. Round 1. Animation. Arthur's Christmas animation follows more the tradition of most characters having big noses, and almost you can tell the stiffness in Miss Claus. Felt like they were trying hard with most of the characters, but like I said, Miss Claus just felt left out. The way she moved was almost like robotic, and it just took me out of context. And we have Arthur, who has this big nose and smooth hair, almost looking real. And we have his brother Steve, the armored soldier dude, who is just isn't good with kids and more cares about the mission. And the skinny body and big torso just looks very uncomfortable. The way we have both Santas that has a normal body, and one thing they kept in common with all the characters are the pimple looking noses. Why? I have no idea. It just felt as they tried in some places and gave up on the rest. And not my type of animation, as you can tell, so let's move on to Klaus's animation. Klaus has more of the feel on a Star Show animation kind of thing, and they did not try to make it feel like lifelike much and kept it very fictional. And Klaus and the Lonely Man, a very big, almost cube-like, and wasn't made up to be exactly like Santa Claus. Jasper, the spoiled child, trying to figure out how to get to the town to mail something. And he has more of sort of a proportionate body, even though the stick figure things legs aren't extent of being real. And I appreciated they kept him more like a 2D than a 3D kind of way, and the way other characters had different body shapes and they weren't all alike. And Fell's animation was more played around with, and every character got an attention. And the good thing about both movies, again, the reindeer. It was really well done and pleasing to look at. But for this round, I'm gonna give it to Klaus. Round 2. Cast on voiceover. The cast are as follows in Klaus: Jason Psycho playing Jasper and J.K. Simmons playing Klaus. The fact I was surprised J.K. Simmons played Klaus, I was even most amazed. Usually in voiceovers you can tell when it's a famous playing, like The Rock being in Moana, and don't change the voice much. And no idea if J.K. Simmons changed his voice or if it was inputted like computerized or somehow. He did an amazing job with Klaus, and he might have not spoken much in the first half of the movie. Either way, I felt the emotion he brought in the character. Then we have Jason, who plays Jasper. Honestly, no idea who he is. Almost sounded like a David Spade and thought it was him playing Jasper. And anyway, Jason did an amazing job. He played the character very well, enjoyed it. And moving on to Arthur's Christmas, this is where I believe something went wrong and picking certain actors. Jim McAvoy, I don't know if I pronounced it right, did the voice for Arthur, which, by the way, again, very much surprised it was him. No one said I recognize his voice, and the way Arthur is supposed to portray like this kind of quirky, squeaky, high-pitched voice, I will give him an applause, because to keep it up throughout the whole movie, wow. And then we have Grand Santa Claus Bill Nighy, who I recognize from Underworld, and yes, usually shocked when some actors are able to change their voice to suit the character. They did it again with another surprise, and damn, another applause. And now for the disappointment with Steve, the older army surgeon, and Santa Claus. Their voice did not seem to match much with the characters. I kept getting lost in trying to believe them, and I don't know. So in this round, I'm gonna give it to Klaus. Final round. Screenplay up first is Klaus. This gave me mixed feelings. In the beginning, we get Chesper, a spoiled child with a rich dad. The dad wants him to be a good upbringing young man, ends up sending him to a bad place, to a mailman, and must reach a goal if he wants to come back home. We have Arthur being the narrator in some of the movie, and again, I thought it was David Spade from Emperor's New Groove. It gave me that vibe. It was this type of movie off the bat. And continuing, he is giving up on this horrible town who's brought generations of distraught and war among each other until one kid drops a drawing. Then Chesper starts scheming an idea to get children to mail to an old man that builds toys, Santa Claus. And as the story continues, we get funny hints and accidents of Klaus and Chesper and how they get the gifts to the children. For example, the chimney in the first scene, getting the first gift ever to a child, and then the bad child being a bully gets told by Chesper that Klaus is watching. The accident of the reindeer and Klaus flying in the air, being caught by a child waking up in the middle of the night. And then we have the helpers of the town over who speak another language, resulting in a symbolism of it being elves who basically wear bright colors. And we have the villains, the elders, who do not want any happiness and want to destroy Christmas. The way the movie unravels is simply beautiful and very sweet. Not a tearjerker, but very sweet. In the second movie, Arthur Christmas, we have Steve, an army soldier, as he stated, and a line of Santa generations to generation. Steve is more modernized and has high tech and basically does all the work with the elves to deposit the gifts and only cares about the mission and the holiday spirit. And we have Grand Santa, who only cares in battling with Steve, basically the old versus the new kind of thing going on. And we have Arthur, who is only one who cares about the children, is in charge of their letters. A problem occurs that one girl was not delivered to a child, and Arthur goes on a wild goose chase with Grand Santa, and a crazy elf who loves gift wrapping like she's on cocaine. So many things to start happening, and shit just starts blowing up constantly and never one dull moment. Towards the end, you get the little girl to smile and happy with joy as her gift is delivered, which has a sweet moment of all four of them watching her open the gift and figure it out that it's not about who gives her the gift, but the symbolism of Santa's image. But the winner for this round is Klaus. In summary, Arthur Christmas was pretty much boring during most of it, and some things did not make me happy laughing. This is more suited for children, and I was bugged by some of the characters' voiceovers, which ruined the feeling of Christmas. And more about the individual than the message behind it. And my favorite though was Arthur, so the animation was not too bad, but it was just not my taste. And I know they worked hard to put it together, it just felt like something was left out. And as for the winner, Klaus, the beginning was kind of a start of an Emperor's New Groove. It has narration of what the message will be, and thought it'd be your typical Christmas movie, but no. It was more of a dark, sad upbringing of how Christmas or Santa Claus was started. And the small jokes of Santa in the chimney, but the mailman eating cookies because he was hungry. The traditions were happy accidents that were part of the adventure of them being together, and there was never one dull moment. So yes, I recommend Klaus over Arthur's Christmas to watch this holiday, because Klaus is for adults and children. It might not have your catchy Christmas songs, but it's a very sweet and a loved and a new way Christmas is talked about. And I give Klaus a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and sadly gave Arthur 2 out of 5 stars. But who cares what I say? Go already watch the movie regardless. Thanks for listening to my criticism, very much appreciated. And well, for more brownie points, like this video and subscribe. Press the notification bell so you're aware when I post a video. And as usual, stay awesome.